What's up? Welcome back to another video. We got some interesting updates on the movie industry in particular with Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. So as always, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right onto the video. So what am I even talking about?
So earlier today, Variety released a report stating that insiders have talked with the companies behind Dune and Avengers Doomsday, aka Warner Brothers and Marvel Studios, and executives have been saying that those two movies will not be moving from their release dates and will both be coming out on the exact same day. And okay, there is no issues with that, as the two movies are big deals. Dune has drawn in a pretty big box office when the first two movies have released, and the first one even came out during the HBO Max era and is still racked in a lot of money. And Dune 2 did the exact same thing. But when you pit it against a Marvel film, especially a new Avengers film that is hyped up into being a next big event, I think there could be some negative repercussions there. But then again, people are really excited to see how this Dune trilogy concludes. But also, don't doubt the Marvel fans, because there is skepticism, there is doubt, and there's also hype, and there's excitement building up for this new movie. So I'm going to say just save up the money starting now to watch both those movies. Also, there's additional Marvel hype thanks to that Spider-Man trailer released today, which was amazing. Now, just imagine once that movie is released, how much hype that would generate for Avengers Doomsday. And I'm thinking we're going to have a repeat of Barbenheimer, where we're going to have Dune and Avengers Doomsday. So Dunesday, as the internet has already been titling it, will officially be happening due to these movies not moving the release date. But that's with these two movies. But also, insiders are also talking about Jumanji 3, which comes out a week earlier. And you know what? That brings up an interesting question. What movies are coming out in December 2026? Which is crazy to believe that's this year. Let's do up a quick Google search right now. The month of December opens up with Violent Night 2 hitting theaters on December 4th, which is a smart date for this movie. Hit your target audience, start the Christmas season early, and it's pretty out of sight from competition. Moving on to the next week, Jumanji 3 is supposed to come out, and that's the one that Variety is worried about getting crushed under the weight of the magnitude behind the mammoths of Dune and Avengers Doomsday, where after this week, those two films release, and a lot of the attention will be going to those films, and Jumanji might get swept under the rug because of those movies. And the week after that, Angry Birds movie 3, which, sure, I guess. And then the week after that is just more independent films, Oscar-worthy films, let's hope, with Werewolf and Narnia, which is just heading to Netflix. So pretty much the main event and the feast of December will be heading to Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday, which will be feeding families so much with entertainment during the Christmas season. But with these movies surrounding them, will their box offices be affected? I think so, in a big way. Violent Night 2 could be extremely affected once those movies come out, because once those movies come out, the movie might not make that much money. And the first movie just made $76 million worldwide, and a lot of it's thanks to domestic. But hopefully this time around, word of mouth spreads good, that people know what this movie is supposed to be about, and what people should be getting into, and hopefully more people will rush out to see it before these big movies come out. Now with Jumanji, they've been hitting near $1 billion each movie. I don't think that's going to happen this time around with these big movies coming out. But then again, Jumanji 2 did release, and that was right next to Aquaman, Bumblebee, and so many other movies that time around. And the first Jumanji did release, and there was hardly any competition there, and it still managed to rack in a lot of money. Almost $1 billion, like I said. But only time will tell. It's also a healthy thing of competition in movie theaters, and that is helping keeping it alive. Merchandise to be releasing with these films, such as the popcorn buckets, such as any drinks, anything associated to promote these movies coming out. And this Christmas season is going to be a pack one. And that's what industries look for. They look for attention. They look for things to keep their popularity growing and to keep their public happy. That way they can reap the benefits of it. And I mean that in both a positive way and in a negative way, but I mean that more in a positive way. Because if the movie industry wants to keep thriving, that means the public needs to show interest. And with these two movies coinciding on the same exact day, Violent Night releasing, Jumanji 3 releasing, and then these two movies releasing, and then after, you have Christmas Day, where there is a long, lengthy route
of people, individuals attending the theater. But all I'm going to say is ticket prices are really, really expensive. If you don't have A-List, Cinemark Movie Club, or Select Movie Theater Rewards, then this is going to take a strain on your finances. So I'm going to just be very honest and forward and just say, save up for these movies that are coming up. If you have interest in them, start saving up, because you never know. And plus, you might want to see them with your friends, your family. So who even knows how it goes? But only time will tell. But just to put this out there, it's interesting seeing the industry being so front forward with talking about this scenario of two big movies coming out and worrying that every other movie surrounding that is going to get crushed, and not a lot of people are going to be paying attention to that. And it's honestly, it's a harsh truth, because it has happened before. We've seen it many, many times. But hopefully positive results come out of it instead of negative. So what do you think of these examples, and what do you think of the holiday season being as packed as it's going to be in the movie theaters? And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.